Good morning, rugby fans, and welcome to the fourth largest city in the country, today's home, SaberCat Stadium for the 2023 National Collegiate Rugby Women's 15s Collegiate Rugby Championships. We're live here from Houston, Texas. I'm Tim Wilkes, and bringing you with us today is Great American Rugby founder on social media, rugby connoisseur, Mr. Lance Cavanaugh. Lance, we've got a great one here today.
I am so excited. It's championship season. 2 more to go before you are the title holder. All the marbles are here today. You got to get through day one. I look forward to a great matchup right here, right now.
Take a look at the bracket here today. Endicott taking on St. Bonaventure, 1 versus 2. Doesn't get more difficult than that. And then SUNY, Cortland, and Wisconsin Platteville here after this match. We are just about ready to get all set for our first match of the day. The Goals from Endicott College taking on the Bonnies from St. Bonaventure. SaberCat Stadium, the home today here for the NCR Collegiate Rugby 15s Championships. Endicott College, your 2022 15s and 7s champions, taking on the Bonnies. Got their program back on the right track this year, and they have been a dominant squad. Let's take a look here at Endicott College. We'll run through the lineup. Number 28, Marconi is the beast there in the forward pack. Also sitting there, number 8, Stubbs there in the front row. A very tough pack to beat down, and Marconi again loves to run with the power. In the back line, McElhenney runs the show, and then on the outside we've got Staunches and Gemmel, and that center combo has been lightning in a bottle throughout the year.
St. Bonaventure, the squad has been putting up points in bunches against the toughest competition of the year, a 108 to 17 point differential during the first 2 games of regionals, led by a forward pack who seem to be mauling and destroying teams on their way to the semifinal game. In the back line, we have a few star studs, standouts, including Michaela Ramsey, who I've been told, and if this is true, it is astronomically great. 40 tries in 9 games this season. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a star in the making. We should see great play from the number 12 Ramsey. This is going to be a good showing today.
We were able to catch up. Next Level Rugby caught up with some Endicott players earlier this afternoon.
We've just had a great season together, building this team up. We work great on the field, and I'm just so excited to be here with these girls and experience this once again. It's amazing.
So glad that people come out in college and try it out. We have a bunch of new girls on our team this year. They're new to the sport, they're new to 15s. They just were athletes in high school, they decided to come out, and we've made rugby athletes out of them, so it's awesome.
I think, honestly, what I value the most is the teamwork aspect. I think going for 80 minutes and having those people by your side and not being able to stop, I think that's really empowering.
Just play the full 80 minutes and play together, play for each other. It's not the name on the back of the jersey, it's the name in the front of the jersey.
Endicott, 3, 1, 2, 3!
Endicott!
Since I've joined rugby, there's no community like it, and that's just one thing that I love about this sport, and the teamwork that we have and the friendship that we've formed is just amazing.
Had a new coach come last year, so the fact that we've only been here for a year and we're already at nationals is just showing the growth that our programs are going to have. Working as hard and just getting us here for only a year, so shout out to Coach B.
Freeze on 3! 1, 2, 3, freeze!
Got an excellent showdown here for you this morning. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody, helping us get things on air. Next Level Rugby referees out here this evening or this morning, and we are underway in the black jerseys. We've got St. Bonaventure, and they're able to scoop this one off the first kick of the match. They're able to secure possession. Start things with some pick and goes. This is how they like to progress their way down the field. Kaylee Vincent with the first take. They love to play a game of possession and really hold on to the ball, march their way down the pitch, and that's how they've been able to put up big points throughout the year. St. Bonaventure squad coming from the upstate New York Women's Rugby Conference. Another big rumble there from Vincent as they approach the 22-meter line. They continue the pick and drives. Lance, this Endicott College team has so much power on the offensive end, but this is the best way to stifle them, just consistent attack.
Forward pass.
We've seen a very confrontational style from St. Bonnie from the very onset. Getting that opening kickoff back, great sign for their future in this game, but they are piling on the pick and goes. Vincent running a few ladies over, establishing her dominance in this game. This might be a physical one for the St. Bonnie team. They might bring it the entire game. And just a little forward, referee right on top of that. But even then, big collision. The St. Bonnie team is going to play straightforward and confrontational. This ought to be a fun game to watch.
That was just a taste there. Number 12, McKenna Ramsey, as you mentioned earlier, 40 tries. She's put up 7 tries twice this year and is a beast there. She comes up to look to make the tackle, but the Endicott's able to spin it here to the near side of the pitch. But again, consistent. Ramsey is able to come down and assist with that tackle. Endicott College now with possession through Machuga. Scrum half. Things moving. Big pop there from Chloe Marconi. She is the dominant force in that forward pack for Endicott College. Right now they're able to spin it all the way to the outside into the hands of Alwyn. Alwyn's able to bring this one to the 10-meter line. Bad pass there, goes all the way back, and it's Schaefer that's going to have to scoop this one up.
Ramsey, good steal by Ramsey.
There, not by me. I'll point at it.
Oh yeah, got her hands on the ball, not releasing the penalty there. And Ramsey got her hands on it. Got to release quicker if you're that ball carrier. You don't want to have the ball taken away. Ramsey was right there to be in perfect position. They'll have the quick tap and get things moving through mid-owl. Fake there, and there's the hard charging Ramsey.
Tackle roll now. Thank you.
Tackle made there by Gimmel. We'll start things slowing it down again. Mia Pop, the freshman, gets involved into the action, and now Patterson, former basketball player, takes it straight up the gut.
Oh my God.
Kaylee Vincent, just sheer force coming right through the line. Vincent out of Jamestown, New York. Keeping the pace right where the Bonnies won it so far. Pop again takes it in, and now they'll look to spin it to the outside in the hands of Mentars. The St. Bonnie squad, Lance, so good. They're in the ruck, securing possession. They've always got numbers right on it.
And their style of play is slow pace, power, confrontation. If this tempo works for them to score 108 points in the last 2 games, I am greatly impressed, because the violence that they're bringing, if they can sustain that for 80 minutes, this makes them a dangerous team for anybody, including the former national champions or reigning national champions.
Have not been able to progress much down the field. Got to hand it to Endicott. Tackle after tackle. Again, at Endicott, your defending 15s and 7s national champions here in the NCR.
Out 15. Thank you.
Drags a few with her for an extra couple meters. Ashley Reed out of Orchard Park High School keeps things flowing for the Bonnies. And this is what we talked about earlier. St. Bonaventure through Meredith Pike, the head coach, came in 2022. This program only had like 9 to 12 players. She has been able to build things up throughout the year and has really turned this program around. Last year they lost to 48-17 to SUNY Cortland, who we'll see after this match. But they have really been able to turn things around throughout the year. They're able to get over the 22-meter line here. And these pods of 3, it's how they like to keep possession, And they really like to stay calm in these big games. They've had a lot of pressure throughout the year. But right now they are coming hard in attack. Almost had that one ripped away. The two number 13s getting into the action there. Sarah Aylwin almost ripped it out. This ball's on the deck.
Offside.
Offside's the call, quick tap. And here come the Bonnies, straight up the gut now, about 12 meters out. Nice little rumble there from Mid-O. And now a pick and drive. Here comes Pop. We'll keep things moving, but a big charge there on the last one. Ramsey tries to get in here with the pick and goes, but she gets taken down by the shoelaces. The engine room is running at full strength now for St. Bonaventure.
To tackle.
7 meters out.
She's good.
Endicott able to get their hands on it. Well done, Caitlin Kane. The criminal justice major stole that one away. And now Endicott look to hold this one out here on the near side. Around the corner goes Staunches. Big tackle though, well done there from Natalie Lamar. Endicott still playing out of their own end. Rumble through there from Schaefer. Let's go around the defense, get around the forwards. Nice little run here from Bear. Layla Bear over the midfield stripe, and Endicott continues to possess the ball.
13
We'll
onside.
try here the weak side. Splitting a couple of defenders there. Through the defense goes McElhenney. Looked for an offload, couldn't find it. The support arrives just in time to keep things moving.
Knocked it on, picking it
But
up.
they were unable to dig that one out of there. Kai Machuga just knocked it forward, and we'll have a turnover ball. First scrum of the match here to the Bonnies.
What do we got?
That bit of play might be a symptom of what we'll see for the entire day. St. Bonnie working very hard, inch by inch, meter by meter, fighting just to get the ball down the field. Great steal,
shoe.
Endicott. Bar Talate getting the steal, or at least
We have a stop now,
stepping
so-
through, counter record, get the steal. And Endicott is back up and running, established with back line, ready to roll. Everything seems to be flowing with them when they get the ball in hand. It's just whether or not they can get it from the St. Bonnie's team, who's been very stingy. And look at Rosie. Ring around the Rosie never, as she powers down the field herself.
There's a blue put, right?
Endicott are looking like a very dangerous team the minute they get their hands on the ball.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah, that was good stuff.
Fitness
Good
issue.
couple of phases there for Endicott College,
manage it.
showing just why they have been such a dominant
Yeah, put it on,
team.
we'll get going.
Head coach Carly Baker in her 6th season, actually from Beverly, Massachusetts. Also assistant coach for 2 years before taking the
Everybody good?
reins and helping this program reach the ultimate heights they were looking for.
You good? Time's on.
And you talk about contrasting styles in this first 8 minutes. Slow and progressive for St. Bonnie, explosive and widespread offensive attack for Endicott. I am very, very excited for the next
Fine.
73 minutes of this match. This is going to be a fun one.
Set.
The big surprise coming into this match for Endicott College, their superstar, Tess Merrill, on the bench so far. She has been a leader, all-star in the last couple of years,
Roll out 13, thank
and
you.
is really one of the best players in the country. They're going to bring her up off the bench, so a good bit of strategy here. They're just going to try to slow things down. Right now, Kaylee Vincent, about 5 minutes now playing without a boot. She doesn't care, running hard though, and right now it's St. Bonnie's still in possession, just over their own 10-meter line. They'll continue to pick and go. Lynette Rivera, out of the Bronx, New York, gets her first touch of the game, and now they'll look to go outside to Ramsey. But again, strong defense from Endicott. They are wrapping her up and not allowing her to break the line. Back to the forwards. Mia Pop has been consistent throughout. 8 minutes gone by here in this semi-final matchup in the small college bracket. Number 1 against number 2. And previously in this one, it was St. Bonaventure taking down Lee, who were the runners up last year. Throughout the year, still slow ball up to the midfield stripe, but Bonnie's not been able to break the line too much. Not a whole lot of meters gained here. They'll try to go to the outside, up over the top. They're able to find their target, Cologne.
Put it down, thank you. Roll right now,
Lance,
thank you.
just as we thought things were kind of slowing up there for the Bonnies, they're able to find a spark.
Absolutely. It seems that they play a small time restrictive confrontational game in order to explode and burst out to the outsides of the field. But this has just seemed like it's tiring their forwards out. There's not as much pop in those pick and goes, not as much explosion when they get the ball out the back of these rucks. Let's see if it can continue. It seems as though it's going to make it a lot harder with a team like Endicott, who just play defense straightforward, spread the field, as you can see on the large picture there, and take the ball when it's available, just like that.
There it is. Good work there from the goals. Big take from Marconi, but it's ripped right away again, and the St. Bonnies are back in possession. It'll be Ashley Reed that steps up, the junior, takes it, and then flicks it out here to Ramsey. But again, Ramsey taken down nicely. Ashley McElhenney, part of that tackle. Another big pop that time, hitting them behind the gain line there. As you said, Bonnie's just really taking it slow. So a couple times there, it was Stubbs that was able to come up and hit him behind the gain line. You mentioned it, Lance, just looking for the smallest little glimmer of opportunity. They've got at least 3 jerseys around every single tackle. Someone's always looking for that poach. So far, the Bonnies' pod of 3 has worked out pretty well.
No, push
Almost
back.
had it taken away that time. Knocked on, advantage here, I think, being played. No advantage, excuse me. This one's taken away by the Bonnies, and they're gonna look to spring out of this one. Here to the left. Pass from Gemmel. Could not find its target there for Padic. Slow it back down, Machuga. Again, from inside their own 22. Caitlin Padic. The flanker is majority going to take most of their kicks, but right now Endicott is having trouble with the exit strategy. Bonnie's continued pressure has given them the ball back. Second time they've been inside the 22, but another big pop slows things down.
Excuse me.
No advantage gain, and we'll play a knock on. A good scrum opportunity here for the Bonnies.
Wow, and the offense for the Bonnies turning into defensive opportunities for Endicott to get the steal. She has been all over the ball, all over the field, getting the ball back for Endicott so far in this first 10 minutes. And the space is around, the space is wide, but only can get the ball clear to hand. And here, big collision and leg drive. Ramsey says, not today, causing a knock on. She needs to step up for her team today, and it looks like she's already started.
Yeah, Ramsey, all-star for 2020, 2022, and 2023. Showing she can do it on both ends, but now the skip pass finds his target. Through the defense goes Reed. Reed now about 5 meters out, but she has it ripped away. Not releasing the call. Turnover back to Endicott.
Just right here. Right there. Offside.
Again, from their own 5-meter line. A quick tap here for Machuga. Out to the near side here for Gemmel, but that final pass was off the mark. Justin Hale, out of Lone Star Rugby referees here in Texas.
Oh, okay.
Justin Hale will be our center referee later on in the day.
Yeah, nice and wide all day. What are your numbers here? 6, 7, full. They're full if you want to match. They're bringing them in late if you want to match.
So first line out of the match.
Hold, please. All right.
Big opportunity here for the Bonnies. Straight says the referee, was able to find its target in the back end. Katie Patterson. Patterson out of Amherst, New York. 18-year-old takes it again, 5 meters out. Wagstaff isn't able to make many meters either. On the defensive side here for Endicott, got to give a big shout out to Catherine Waden, number 4, and also Carolina Stubbs that are making majority of these tackles in there. Not afraid to get involved. Not releasing is going to be the call, though. Couldn't get out of that ruck quick enough. Slowed things down, so the Bonnies get the penalty here about 6 meters out. Quick tap, and they'll charge right up the gut here with Mido. She gets repelled 3 meters out. And Lance, we've seen all sorts of power. Didn't quite expect to see the tap and go there from Middow. Only 4'11".
Captain. All right, that's 2 right inside the 22. You have your player here offside. You have player over there not rolling away, stopping them from going, all right? On the 5. Let me know when you're ready.
Penalties in a row here. A big warning there for Endicott.
Ready? Ready?
Now the Bonnies
Time is on.
look to set things up. Kaylee Vincent will tap this one in charge. 2 meters out, they set up these pods of 3. They've been able to keep possession throughout the match because of this, and now they'll drive over. Can they get it down? It looks like she's in for the first try of the match. Katie Patterson, the freshman, gets on the board first for the Bonnies. 5-0.
Power, 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 power. St. Bonnie's playing the most straightforward approach. Violence on pick and goes, pods and forwards, handling business up front. I think the backs have gotten the ball from the back of the ruck maybe 2 or 3 times so far in this game. And already the forwards are stamping their dominance on this game. Pick and go after pick and go. Endicott got to get lower on those pick and goes closer to the goal line. Got to cut those attackers down where they stand. St. Bonnie's, 5 points, and could extend it to 7 early on in this national semifinal game.
Strong work there from Patterson out of Kenmore Rugby Club. Gets down on top of it. Kick is off the mark, no good. So 5-0 your score. And Lance, throughout the season, we've seen a dominant run here for the goals from Endicott College. Their average score in the season, 55-8. What's a good way to slow them down? Get in the engine room, let those forwards drive forward and get the first try. And they are in the lead here in this small college semifinal.
Can't score without the ball. And it seems like St. Bonnie is dominating ball possession. Whenever Endicott has a chance to get the ball, they're so anxious to finally have their hands on it. They play a little bit more frantic than you would expect, turning the ball over and not securing rucks. Let's see if they can slow down and not necessarily fall to the same speed as St. Bonnie, but appreciate the ball that they have when they get it from St. Bonnie.
You got to make the most of those opportunities out there. We're almost 17 minutes gone by in this match. This kick will cross the 10-meter line. Scramble for it, but it looks like the Bonnies were able to get possession.
Advantage. Advantage.
Not rolling away. Going to be the call. Advantage being played here for the Bonnies. See if they try to pull something out of the bag with advantage on. Looks like they'll just continue to rumble here with the pods.
If it's not broke, why fix it? Might as well keep ball possession, keep a dangerous side like Endicott from having the ball, make them frustrated from what we've seen so far. Pick and go, pick and go, pick and go. Whether or not St. Bonnie can keep this style of play for an entire 80 minutes is a question I asked earlier. I have to ask it again. Will there be any slowdown playing this kind of style? Should they rely on their backs more?
They're doing a good job in those pods of 3, kind of switching it up. Each player's kind of getting their number of chances at it. But as you mentioned, it does get a little bit tiring here over and over again running into this defense. Now they're just able to drag players over the midfield stripe. Big run there from Jaylee Wagstaff. Wagstaff, the 20-year-old out of Buffalo, New York. Able to take this one over the 10-meter line. They've got to be able to retain possession. And again, the fight there in the ruck has been the ultimate one here on the pitch so far. And really, the Bonnies have been able to secure possession on most of these, but a few poaches. Endicott just looking for every little opportunity to be able to take one away. Now they'll look to spin it. But again, behind the gain line, Endicott College make the tackle, and then they're able to rip it away.
We have a knock on.
Knock on there, no advantage gain, so a scrum down here for Endicott from their own 10-meter line.
That's why we said no advantage.
A glimmer right here, set piece, explosive back line. What will we see from them? This is their first real chance to attack. A good platform, maybe not in the best attacking position, being on your defensive side of the 50, but with as slim as ball as they've been getting throughout the game, it seems like a good time, if any, to take a test, take a shot, go to a play that you love back in the practice field and see if it works out here first phase. Set yourself up for maybe running around a more tired and struggling St. Bonnie's team who's been forward heavy so much in the first 20 minutes of this game.
This Bonnie's side does have some explosiveness out of that back line. They've got a couple of 2021 and 2022 All-Stars on the 7 circuit, so they know how to move the ball around the pitch. Now they're going to look to try something here on the near side, but strong defense slows things up. Good job there by the Bonnies. Gemmel is one of those All-Stars there from her center position. And now the other star that we've seen throughout the match, Layla Bear. She already had one big, probably 30-meter rumble earlier. Now the two hookers smash each other there at the 10-meter line, and a penalty is going to be given.
First man in.
She took a
Not
shoulder
releasing
to
the
the
call,
face
but
on
what
that
a
collision.
collision, Lance.
Yeah, she took a shoulder to the face on that collision, but stopped the attacker dead in her tracks. You got to put your body on the line. You got to put it all out here. It's only 2 games left. It's for all the marbles. You got to bring everything you can, and big hits for St. Bonnie.
Thank you.
So we'll pass it back there to the fly half, but in the end, right into the hands of Kaylee Vincent. A graduate, 22 years old, out of Jamestown, New York, has been leading the charge here in the first 20 minutes. Now they'll look to try the weak side, see if they can open something up here through Reed. Reed gets it off. Here's a run from Sheasley. Over the 22-meter line. Bonnie's kind of caught that one flat-footed. Endicott were able to come up and make the tackle. Corcoran, in that lock position, did a good job. But again, the straight power was able to push forward. Now they might be able to attack here. Get it in the hands of Ramsey, but just not enough space. If you're the Bonnies, you get that ball in Ramsey's hands. You want to get it to her at pace. A little bit too flat-footed here, not able to get things moving. Now we've got a penalty as the Bonnies came in from the side on the ruck. Penalty here to Endicott.
Center ref has a great control of this game. I've seen him make a few calls that I completely agree with. But Boofa, big collisions in the middle of the field. Ramsey getting a little go forward, but from the side, unfortunately, and creating havoc in that ruck, referee won't allow it. St. Bonnie's again with the ball.
Yeah, Endicott had possession, but they were able to give it up. Ramsey makes the most of this one right up to the 22-meter line. See just how dangerous she can be on some of those broken plays. Now Endicott's able to get their defensive line set.
Roll out for move.
22 meters out again here for the Bonnies. Earned themselves a penalty, not rolling away. A little too aggressive there from Catherine Waden. Slowed things down. Bonnies weren't able to pull it out quick, and so a penalty given.
Not now. Wait. There. Okay, black sub.
If I'm St. Bonnie's, why rush it?
Black one. Off.
Yep.
You're being
They've
so.
done a great job of just staying calm, keeping things in that forward pack. Strategy has worked out with a 5-0 lead already midway through the first half.
I'll watch for it. I'm not seeing anything dangerous.
I mean, they're cycling through forwards 20 minutes into the game, cycling through props this early in the game, making subs. Their strategy is set. We're going to play physical in the middle, give it everything you got. Once you're done, we'll move along to the next person up. And this is great coaching right here for the strategy they employ.
This time the Bonnies skip the forwards right through the defense. Now goes Nintars. What a strong run there from Kyla Nintars.
I need a clean
Get
release
this
from
one
the tackle.
about 12 meters out now.
Never release.
Here come the pick and goes. Mia Pop on the receiving end that time. Good tackle made. Able to move it around there in that forward pack. Wagstaff, we've seen her with some power throughout as well. Big tackle from Marconi. Endicott here, trying to make another defensive stand. The Bonnies have already punched one in through the pick and drives.
She's a scrum half, she can do that.
But right now, Endicott lowering the boom with every tackle. Vincent not able to get anywhere. Another player possibly not rolling away. It's about the third time we've seen that. Advantage now being played.
Oh, sorry. Playing advantage.
Now they'll look to swing it outside here. They've got advantage on. The defense comes up and makes the tackle immediately behind the gain line. Good tackle there from Tymason. 24 minutes gone by in this small college semifinal matchup. The Bonnies looking to punch their ticket to the national championship, but their road is the most difficult that we've seen. They've got #1 Endicott College, the defending champs. Now they're on the doorstep, just 2 meters out. It'll be Kaylee Vincent over the left-hand side, straight through, but gets repelled. Could not get it over the line. Tense stuff here. Now they'll try to spin it out, but a big tackle coming in. Bear, the flanker, makes the big pop. Strong counter ruck, but the Bonnies are able to secure possession. Over the 5-meter line they go again. Ramsey inches away. Endicott got to get low here. Charge and make that tackle, as Lance mentioned earlier. The Bonnies, not a whole lot of burst into the tackle, but now they're able to swing it here. We saw the big run from Nintars earlier. She takes it again inside the 5. The counter ruck has been consistent here for Endicott. Almost able to get their hands on it that time.
And I think we got a yellow card coming here.
Offsides, but eventually they're able to get in. The Bonnies charge through, and it's Mia Pop with the second try of the match for St. Bonaventure.
St. Bonnie staying the course. Confrontation, pick and go. And when they do get it out to their backs seem to be a little bit on the back foot, not really having the attacking platform that you would expect from the backs. But no need, back to the forwards again and again and again. Proving and showing why this team deserves to be exactly where they're at. Strong leg drive, bumping off a fly half, taking 3 extra defenders with her into the try zone. They can hold the 5 points for her because she got them. And St. Bonnie extending their lead 10-0.
Lance, it might not be the prettiest form of rugby out there, but it has been extremely effective. And we saw on that last try just over and over and over again as the conversion is good. They just keep pounding, and eventually Endicott just kind of lost their form, left that post open, and the Bonnies were able to make them pay.
I mean, if you get to this many phase counts, regardless of any team you're playing, it's really hard to stop. They have 14, 15 phases, 8 and 9 of which are pick and goals or scrum half right to a forward. It seems as though if Endicott doesn't figure out a way to start tackling these pick and go attackers and get low against these forward attackers, they're going to have a very long day because they have the ability to score. They just can't get the ball back.
When they've had it, we've seen knock-ons be prevalent out there for the goals, so they've just got to retain possession a little bit more. They've got the workhorses to be able to get it done as well. And remember, Lance, we still have one of the best players in the country, Tess Merrill, has now entered the pitch. Here she is, number 24 on the pitch now for Endicott. And the goals looking for a spark. Not releasing going to be the call, and Endicott with their first penalty opportunity here in great attacking position. They'll give it to Marconi. He gets around 1 defender, swims through 2, dragging him with her. Takes it all the way in. Great run there from Chloe Marconi, the sophomore. Now they'll come here to the near side. Looking to get it in the hands of Kane. Kane takes a couple with her. Back now, McElhenney here to the near side, gets it to Gemmel. Again, Gemmel, 2021 Sevens All-Star, but Ramsey gets her hands on it, makes the poach, steps out, but good defensive effort there for McKenna Ramsey.
Look at the contrast. St. Bonaventure, 15 pick and goes back to back to back to get down the field. Endicott, 2 passes to the backs and a forward run gets them 45 plus meters. We're seeing a different level of explosion on offensive attack, different structure. Endicott has backline players set up, ready to go, have plays already designed. It looks like they're ready to flip their fortune in the first half of this game, but the hill is still there to climb.
Again, Lance, averaging 55 points a match this season. Endicott has plenty of sparks there. See if they can light one now. Over to the right-hand side, they've got numbers. Around the corner, here goes Aylwin. Dragging a defender with her. She's not going to be able to make it. They've got to set this up. Support is close. She's repelled away, almost touched it down. Have a quick conversation here. No, not releasing is going to be the call. She tried to put it down again. Not releasing. Another defensive stand here for the Bonnies.
I'm a big fan of what this sir has been doing all game, but I need a TMO on that one. That was so close, inches, a hair away from Endicott getting points, and I mean, the margin of error in championship games is so small. That looks like it might be just a tad short, but goodness, Endicott showing that they are here to play.
Look up there for Sarah Aylwin, the junior nursing major. I called her down a couple of times, but she just kept throwing players to the wayside. Almost got it down. Kick for touch there. It's taken, and they'll end up taking this one out. Line out just inside the 22-meter line back here for the Bonnies.
One thing working for St. Bonnie is not having to pay for those kind of mistakes, getting the ball back, a chance to clear their lines, but what do? Go right to the forwards. Again, beautiful play from St. Bonnie. If they want to get down the field, they're going to do it their way.
That was Jillian Rhea bringing it out over the 22-meter line. We saw Endicott, they almost were able to take her down behind the gain line, but that time, in contrast to what we've seen before, they were able to take that one at pace and blaze past the defense. Now they here continue. 10 minutes left to play in the first half. 12-0 for St. Bonaventure. The big upset here. The number 2 seed is on top of the number 1 Endicott goals. Continue to take it slow. Now they'll look to spin it. Ramsey over to the outside. Then Tars drags a couple with her. Ramsey will pick and go straight into the teeth of the defense. Good tackle that time. Good effort by Kai Machuga. 5'4", 19-year-old was able to hang on for dear life and bring Ramsey to deck. Continue with the pick and goes, but Pack isn't with her this time. Vincent's able to get there in support just quick enough. Wagstaff again continues to rumble again. This St. Bonnie squad, back before last season when Meredith Pike took over, they only had about 10 players on the squad. They've been able to build this thing into national championship potential, and they are ready to see it all come to fruition here. They're up 12-0, looking to punch their ticket to the small college national championship final. Ramsey, possible obstruction there. Referee says no, and then a high tackle immediately follows. So a penalty here for the Bonnies. Just a quick tap right at the defense again. Goes Mado. Mado again, 4'11", the 21-year-old senior, trying to lead the way from her scrum half position. Able to come away with it, good job. Go from Olivia Reeves, the freshman. Secure possession for the Bonnies. Under 8 minutes left to play here in the first half. Again, we thank you so much for joining us here live from Sabercat Stadium in Houston, Texas. Tim Wilkes and Lance Kavanaugh taking you through all the action here in our first small college semifinal. Goes. Not gaining much here in the last couple of minutes, but there's a burst through. Jillian Rhea. Now they'll look to swing it. And Tars, inside pass back to Ramsey. Again, this Endicott College squad, strong on the defensive end, but just over and again, getting hit with this forward mallet here from St. Bonnie's. They've left a dent, 12-0 they lead right now. Wagstaff again has been a workhorse in the carry department. Strong counter ruck, but the Bonnies are right there to secure possession. Marconi tackled behind the gain line. Strong tackle there from Chloe. Now they'll just lean on the goals. Mia Pop, the try scorer from earlier. Now look, spin it. Fake pass to Nintars. There's the inside ball back to Ramsey. They keep it close. Again, Lance, their one goal is to retain possession. They are doing it beautifully here this morning.
I count 21 phases on this passage of play alone. From inside their own 22, this is the 22nd phase. They still retain possession. I mean, at the bare core of this, even if you don't think it's exciting rugby, even if it's an open play rugby, fundamentally it is strong rugby. They are doing exactly what you need to. Keeping possession of the ball, spreading it out, everyone's getting involved, everyone has a job to do. And phase 23, as we sit right now, they're closer inching little by little by little.
Nothing in it.
Continue the
right
charge.
off your feet, Six. You're pancaking down.
But eventually one mistake finally made, and it's Cara Sheasley off her feet in the ruck. Got to keep your body upright. As soon as you go down to the hands or the elbows, easy call for our referee. Quick tap here for Endicott, and they'll look to play out of their own end.
Good tap.
Rosie Lenny gets hit huge there. Nice blow coming in there from Kyla Nintars. Nintars doing it on both ends of the pitch from her center position. Now they'll look to swing it here on the near side. They've got plenty of numbers. A pot of 3 on the wing. Through the defense goes Gilson. Peyton Gilson, 2021 and 2022 Scholastic All-American.
Take a step.
And just not too many line breaks. Another big tackle from Wagstaff.
No.
She has been a force in the center of the pitch.
She's a baller, certified. She's a baller.
Steal is good.
For sure now, almost taken away.
She was good over the ball, then she lost it forward.
Lost forward, scrum down here for Endicott.
She was right there.
10-meter line.
No tackler in the way.
Under
right on the
5 minutes
ball.
left to play here in the first half.
Knocked on.
Endicott with just under maybe 7 minutes of possession inside of this first half.
Less than 5 to go.
Struggling to get the ball, but when they do, it doesn't take long for them to cut up the St. Bonnie's defense just a little bit, get some yard, get some meterage, get some space from their own defensive try line. But they got to be able to play a full phase, full phases all the way to a try. They've been hairline close, but now they have to complete the task and get some points on the board before this happens.
Set.
3.5 minutes left here in the first half. The Goals are able to secure possession off the back of the scrum. We'll come here to the near side, over the hands of Merrill, all the way to the outside to Gilson. Gilson back to Merrill, again Tess Merrill, one of the best players in the country. She had 4 tries against Keene State just a couple weeks ago.
Black, let's keep it down.
High tackle. Good work again from our referee, being in perfect position to make most of these calls. Right now they'll swing it over to the right-hand side. Bear, who's been able to have a couple of big runs throughout the match, shows her pace there from the flanker spot. Now they'll swing it out. Marconi rumbling on the outside. Beautiful little offload. A second one finds its target. Here comes Gemmel over the 10-meter line. Probably the longest group of possession here for Endicott College. They've marched their way 50 meters down the pitch. They've got a big attacking opportunity. Tess Merrill around 1. Takes 2 more players to chop her down just in front of the 22-meter line.
No hands,
tackle
no hands
from Ramsey. Huge counter
That's fine.
blows things up.
That's
Merrill
clean.
has to get involved there and just scoop this one up herself. Tess Merrill out of Greenwich, New York.
Gotta finish.
Here they come around. Couldn't make it. Big tackle. I think
Right
that
here,
was
man.
Ramsey again. Actually, no, that was number 15, Natalie Lamar, with the try-saving tackle. Endicott not done. Under 2 minutes left to play here in the first half. They get repelled
Advantage.
1 meter out. The Goals punch it in. Hands in the ruck, I think is going to be the call there. Nope, not releasing.
Tackle, no
Opportunity
release.
now for the Goals. 5 meters out. They'll tap and go. Straight into contact goes Bears. And she scores for the Goals. Minute and a half left to play, and the Goals creep back into this one. 12-5.
8 blue.
Great bit of rugby from Endicott. Wasn't the same amount of progressive play as we've seen from St. Bonnie, but instead
Rob, are we
explosive,
at full time or
continuity,
halftime
quick
after the kick?
hands,
We have time
offloads
for the
off the
restart.
ground, everything that is necessary to keep possession, but also move
All
the
right, how much time do
ball
I have?
down the field. They're getting meters and bunches here. And at the
Right.
very end, quick tap, bear with me, big collision on the goal line. But when someone's that motivated, can't stop them. Try giving it.
Six, you have about
and you can see
40 seconds right now. You can wait out the half if you want.
Big tackle there. Olivia Reeves, the freshman, 18-year-old, only 5'3", came in to make that tackle, but it was a huge collision. And Carolina Stubbs, 5'9", the graduate, 22 years old, punches it forward. Endicott coach there, Carly Baker, in her 6th season, as assistant coach for 2 years as well.
Seemed like this might be the last play of the half.
Looks like it. It's Endicott the goals. We see them. They have been all defense throughout this match, but then we see them finally punch it in.
And I mean, that collision on the goal line just says so much about what this game means to defender and attacker. Poetic. That try right there with the slow-mo is poetry.
Captain, this will be last play before halftime. Blue, last play
Stubbs been part of Endicott's college. Their progression here the last couple of years. Again, 2 national championships on the 15 side and on the 7s. Their year of dominance in 2022, but it's the Bonnies looking to slow things down here for that charge for Endicott. They're up 12-5. Should be the last play, as you mentioned here, Lance. Let's see if Endicott can maybe throw one more exclamation point up on the board before the whistle sounds.
We're at halftime.
And if that happens, that changes the entire complexity of this game.
Surprising to see Merrill kind of getting in to the ruck there. Now they're able to charge through. Marconi, she has been that line breaker throughout the season from the forward pack. Nice little work there from Rosie McElhenney. The pick and goes. Again, this will be the final play of the match. One knock on, one step into touch will end it, but Endicott want to get some more points up on the board here before halftime. They got a taste of it a few minutes ago after being on the defensive end for over 30 minutes in this match. And now a couple of big stiff arms from the try scorer, Stubbs. Gets him over the midfield stripe.
You okay?
Work it over to the far side again, getting Marconi in some space, getting her on backs, and it takes 3 of them to try to take her down. Almost had to go down on her own there, Lance. Is a huge run there for Endicott. Now 40 meters out. Around the corner again they go. Here's Aylwin over the 22-meter line. They look to push her out, and they do so. Well done there on the defensive end for the goals.
Again, bend but don't break from St. Bonaventure. Every time it seems like Endicott is going to go in the score, make it happen. There's a try-saver tackle from the fullback. Players getting pulled out of bounds. St. Bonnie defense is on full display right now because they should have given up more points at this spot of the game. Good job, St. Bonaventure, to preserve that lead.
Close one here in the small college semifinals. 12-5 your score with the Bonnies on top, but Endicott have power all over the pitch. We'll see if they can get it done. We'll have the second half for you and a little bit of a recap when we come back. So we'll send it down field side with Tyler Deutsch. Tyler, what you got for us?
Carly Baker, obviously a staple of your guys' play has been your brick wall defense. I mean, St. Bonaventure obviously noticed that, but they've been doing the pick and go, and they've been coming and seeing if they can tear you guys down, and you have not shown. There's been a lot more faces at 12 points. So what are you guys going to do to keep that momentum in the second half here?
Yeah, I think we just need more time on possession. They're doing a great job of just holding that, and towards the end of the first half, we scored that next try, and I think we just gotta hold possession here and get off of defense, really, because they're doing a good job of that. So.
Well, and also, obviously, slippery conditions out here at SaberCats Stadium today, and your back line is a highlight of your guys' offensive attack, and handling errors there go up a little bit with these conditions. How are you guys going to adjust to that in the second half?
Yeah, I think it's just nerves. We're playing well. I thought, the last half of that first half, we were getting our groove, and I think second half we're going to come out ready to go, and, we were just nervous, but we're a second half team.
Well, good luck, Coach. We wish you luck. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Tyler. Another big rumble there from Vincent. Has the Bonnies on top now, 12-5. We'll come back for the second half here in just a few.
We got the hits.
We got the kicks.
Oh God, that looked way too good.
The passes.
The athletes.
And the fans.
We got the pride.
And the passion. All we need is you.
I use Thorne products pre and post workout to maximize my recovery, muscle growth, and make sure that I can be my best self on the field.
Thorne's a supplement company that I can trust. They're NSF certified for sport, so I know that I can take this and know what's in their product.
I use their protein, get my muscles nice and big.
The products I use with Thorne have minimal ingredients, they're high quality, they're clean, they're batch tested, taste amazing, and it made everything in my recovery and my performance better.
If you're not recovering off the pitch, you're not your best self on the pitch. Thorne gets me there.
Welcome back to Houston, Texas SaberCat Stadium, the home of the NCR Collegiate Rugby Championships. Women's small college matchup is underway. We're 40 minutes into this one, and Kaylee Vincent started off with a try, and the Bonnies lead 12-5. Lance, we've had a good one so far, though.
It has been. It's been not really back and forth, but definitely a tale of two halves. St. Bonaventure dominating ball control, ball time, but Endicott getting their hands on the ball and showing exactly how explosive they can be. And here's the try for Endicott. Big bumbling, rumbling from Stubbs. And she's been all over the pitch today, along with a few others.
So the last 5 minutes of that first half were all Endicott. Let's see if they can continue things here in the second half. Referee whistle sounds. Caitlin Padick gets us underway. Here again, the small college semifinals here for the national championship. Winner of this match will take on the match coming up next. Cortland taking on Wisconsin Platteville. Number 5 versus number 8, and right now, right where they left off, it's the Bonnies straight up the center of the pitch. I believe that was Wagstaff again.
We have an injury.
Bonnie's slowing it down a little now. They'll try some space here on the near side. Ramsey sheds one tackle, has 2 more holding her up. Strong counter ruck, and they're able to blow it up. Good job by Endicott. First time we've really seen them not just get their hands on it early, but a huge, strong counter ruck to blow things up.
I've got her.
Bonnie's now on the defensive end. Endicott will look to come around the corner. Nice little run here from Aylwin. Aylwin with 1 to beat, but a big tackle coming in, and Natalie Lamar makes that try-saving tackle.
Have a knock-on going back. Time is off for the injury.
And St. Bonnie has a player down. Wagstaff hasn't got up from her powering run that she had. At the very end of the tackle, it seems like she reached at her leg, might have tweaked something going down. But man, what a thunderous run she had, and she's been having this entire game. This would be a giant blow to St. Bonnie. And just from that little peek of the conversation with the medical staff, the prognosis might not be as good as we would hope. We want to see exciting rugby. Having a player like Wagstaff on the field accomplishes that. But man,
yeah, no, she has been really good form throughout the match, not just on the offensive end like with that last run, but on the defensive end as well. She's laid a couple of big booming tackles. And that'll be a big loss if she can't get back on the pitch.
Absolutely. And you know, St. Bonnie is going right back to what they do. We'll give it to a forward and let our forwards do the work. I mean, not only is she stopped here, somehow finds her footing again, keeps going, completely bumps off Endicott's best player, and right at the very end got her leg tangled up. And you can see the grimace on her face from the minute she laid on the ground. Hopefully she's all right. Hopefully she can continue.
All right, you've got about 30 seconds.
It looked like the tackler just kind of fell on top of the legs as she twisted down. They look to just be wrapping that knee, and hopefully she'll be able to get back on the pitch.
Time's on. We're going to go over here for the knock-on.
I mean, once you come off, can she?
Nice.
Guys, let's keep an eye on.
But will she be the same? Will she have the same explosion going into contact as she had? And the last thing you will want immediately after a knee injury as a hooker is a scrum.
Right on the 5.
Putting her into the fire right away here, and the Bonnies will have an attacking scrum from the 22-meter line. Again, thank you so much for joining us. I want to thank everybody involved with the production. Next Level Rugby, National Collegiate Rugby, all of the referee societies helping us out here this afternoon. Should be a great day of rugby, and we're kicking it off well. 12-5 your score. The Bonnies into the hands of McKenna Ramsey. Ramsey has 7 tries in 2 matches this year, 40 on the year. She is the spark plug for the Bonnies in the back end, but this time not releasing is going to be the call. Good work from Endicott to get their hands on it.
through the
Little
mark,
quick
please.
tap here through Machuga. Get into the hands of Marconi. Marconi throws down Vincent. Now the look of spinning on the outside. Through the hands of a couple of forwards. Good work there by Kane to take it in about 12 meters out. Swing it back in, center of the pitch. There's the big tackle we were looking for from Wagstaff. She's still got it. Now they'll go to the far side. There's numbers out there if they can use it. Tess Merrill gonna try and split the defense. Still got some on the outside. Hands it off there to Gemmel. Gemmel drug down.
Stay down, 12.
4 meters out. There's the pick and go. Tess Merrill gets the second try of the match for Endicott College. 12-10 your score.
I mean, the danger of this Endicott team, they look like they're finding their swag. It looks like they're finding their flair. I mean, playing the ball from one sideline to the other, playing with speed, playing with pace. Maybe this style of St. Bonnie's puts them at a disadvantage and tires them out, because those pick and goes with 2 meters from the sideline should not get through, but somehow caught St. Bonnie sleeping, and good try.
Lance, we've been talking all day about the try scoring potential there for McKenna Ramsey for St. Bonaventure with 40 tries on the year. No slouch herself, though. Tess Merrill with her 25th try of the season. She leads the way for the goals. Big kick here, not an easy one for Caitlin Padick.
Come back. Nope.
Oh, just off the post, no good. Great effort for it, though, but it stands with the Bonnies a 2-point lead.
Nudge, Blue.
We have a couple of injuries as we take one more look at the try.
Man, Endicott has found their rhythm just a bit, but St. Bonnie might have to go back to that original game plan they had,
Left or right?
suffocating ball control, keeping the ball for them, because if they give this Endicott team possession, it seems like they're so explosive. They can get the ball from sideline to sideline and really cause difficulties for this defense.
And we'll see just how much effort, how much gas went out of the tank there in the first half. The Bonnies playing that slow, methodical pace. Now it's Endicott. They're going to have to come up with an answer here from their own end of the pitch. Run there from Del Vecchio, the sophomore, to start things off for the goals. Tess Merrill, beautiful sidestep, slings off a couple of defenders. And then with the offload, gets it in the hands of Machuga. Try to go to the weak side again, through the hands of McElhenney, finding the fullback there, Tymason.
Can run up your feet, 13. Gotta keep it up.
So off their feet there with the Bonnies, a penalty back to Endicott. So again, quick tap out of it, not really looking to kick for touch or any use of the boot throughout this match. They'll just pick and drive forward this time, though. The Bonnies are able to push and almost take this one away.
That's good.
Second effort, they're able to get it. Good work there from Ashley Reed. Also, Jaylee Wagstaff was involved in that counter-up, and the Bonnies are in great position, up by 2 here. Just over 3 minutes gone by in the second half. Tim Wilkes and Lance Cavanaugh taking you through this semifinal matchup here in the small college division. Who will be able to punch their ticket to the national championship? Endicott College, your 2022 15s and 7s national champions. They're looking to repeat, but right now it's in the hands of Mia Pop. Pop scored a try back in the 25th minute, but this time she loses it forward. Scrum down to Endicott.
Finally with a chance to get the ball back, which is something we've never said before, St. Bonaventure without ball. But finally get a chance to get the ball back. And they seem to be employing a more spatial attack instead of pick and goes and near to the ruck. They seem to be moving the ball a little bit wider. Let's see if that works for them. Let's see if that can somehow suffocate and add pressure to this Endicott team the way it did in the first half.
We're good. Awesome.
Sideline reporter Tyler Boyd talked with Carly Baker of the goals. She said they just need to keep playing the way they were. They had too many mistakes, a little bit maybe nerves coming into play. So they've been able to fight through those here on the Bonnies side. They're going to have to fight through some tired legs here in the second half. Who's got enough left in the tank to be able to punch their ticket to the national championship tomorrow? This time, unfortunately, knocked on. So a big break here for the Bonnies as Kai Machuga, the sophomore, lost that one forward. Couldn't quite pull it out of the ruck cleanly. And so a turnover back to the Bonnies.
And that is very unfortunate. Scrum set and settled, but just tapped off the foot of the flanker, unable to really gather the ball, and just a knock. This so unfortunate.
We'll see what St. Bonaventure does with it. They're able to get a good little shove. Nice tackle on the back end by Machuga, putting a little pressure, but they're able to swing it out to Reed. Reed to the far side of the pitch. Here comes Natalie Lamar. Right next to that white line.
Flags up.
Eventually did step out. Justin Hale, our AR there on the far side of the Lone Star referee conference. Right on the spot to make that one. And so a turnover ball back to Endicott, but they're only 12 meters out from their goal line.
Not straight.
Work this one in.
Thank
Not
you.
straight though, says our referee.
Scrum elected.
So it's the Bonnies. They'll take the scrum, not the line out.
Right here on the
line
15.
out. Come right through a couple of times, but here, just catching it on the outside of the body. As long as you catch it there on your inside shoulder, shouldn't have anything to worry about, but an easy call there for our referees. Endicott had a couple opportunities. They had to scrum, couldn't convert out of that. Now a line out, another turnover here, so the Bonnies applying some pressure. Let's see if they can extend their lead. Strong work in the scrum. Here to Ramsey, through one, through two. Still dragging them 4 meters out now. Now the Bonnies will look to churn, but a strong counter up from Endicott. We saw it once here in the second half. They do it again. They're able to get their hands back on it, are the Bonnies. Kaylee McDowell gets in there and secures possession.
No hands, a block
Drive.
is formed.
Not a lot of space in there to work with. Continue to charge. Repelled again, Rhea dives in for it.
No, wait.
But they're going to say not
Right
releasing.
here.
She used a second move there, and so we'll bring it back out. Another huge
Got it.
defensive stand for Endicott College.
Wow, this is great play. This is a thriller happening before. So many close tries not being converted, and Endicott again finding some space, some air, maybe to clear their line and get away. And no, stolen.
Big opportunity now for the Bonnies. Around the side they go. Carrying defenders with her. Here's Nentars. Just inches out. Pick and drive. Here's Ramsey with it on the left hand. But Tess Merrill wraps her up and takes her down. Great defensive stand by Merrill. She steps up and makes another big tackle. The Bonnies inches away. Merrill with her third tackle in a row. Look to maybe spin it out to one side or another, but in the end, another pick and drive. The goals with the counter ruck blow things up, and they're off their feet, out of possession. Hands in the ruck is going to be the penalty call, and another defensive stand for Endicott College. They're second in the last couple minutes.
Goodness, they're employing counter rucks now. Endicott is just not letting St. Bonnie have these established rucks, and little by little, you get lazy around the ruck, they'll counter ruck and get the ball back. That's twice now we've seen it happen.
Endicott not out of the woods yet, though. Still inside their own 5-meter line.
She came down, she realized it.
Try to exit here with a couple pick and goes. Our referee doing a great job navigating the high tackles and stuff. But a big tackle here for the Bonnies. Getting in charge there, Nentars. There's the pick and go. The Bonnies are over the line, and they extend their lead now 17-10. Try for McKenna Ramsey.
All right, blue 4, you're being subbed.
Stepping up in a big way again. The counter ruck, menacing counter ruck by Kyla again. being strong, and Ramsey finding herself in a perfect position for a pick and go, dive in, try, and St. Bonnie extends their lead and kept the pressure on Endicott, not letting them leave their own lane, but big hit right there. And the counter up. Great job from Reed.
There we go.
An extra push from Ramsey, and Ramsey found the space. That's a 10, 12, 13 combo, getting points for St. Bonaventure. Good job for those three ladies doing what was necessary for the team.
Getting in there, getting their hands dirty. They're able to come away with the try. Ramsey's 41st of the year, and this one off the post. That would have been huge and extended this lead to 9 points, I believe. But with that kick, it's still a reachable game here. 7 points down, 17-10 your score with the Bonnies on top.
That hit off the post and then off of her back. Wow, you just see it not going right, and it goes wrong in the most perfect way. Perfect bounce.
She off already?
Bloop. And that made her even more frustrated. Watch her just throw her kicking tee. Oh, goodness. Even physics are against me right now. But good job for St. Bonnie. She had work to do to get that try. And with a 9-point lead, let's see if St. Bonaventure can keep this going and knock off the defending champion.
Don't want to be in your way.
Bonnie's really using their experience there. As you said, Ashley Reed, the junior fly half, was able to get in and big shove on the counter ruck, and McKenna Ramsey, the graduate, was able to finish things off for the Bonnies. 17-10 your score, 11 minutes gone by here in the second half of action. Through the defense, Natalie Lamar, excuse me, that is Nantars, is able to take this one forward. See the determination there from Jaylee Wagstaff. Wagstaff again breaking defenders and tackles multiple times. That's a good 25-meter run in contact the whole way. And now they've got some space here on the near side. They'll rumble through. Might have had Ramsey there. A little bit of space, but they'll bring it back in. Marconi, big tackle behind the gain line. Swing it to Vincent. We see Endicott College again coming up and making these tackles behind the gain line. It was a little bit of a problem there in the first half, and we see again they're catching it a little bit flat-footed, are the Bonnies, giving Endicott time to come up and make the tackle, and a huge one. Cologne with a big tackle, as they have pushed them back a good 20 meters here now, Lance, after 3 straight phases of tackles behind the gain line.
Absolutely. They're getting off this defensive line. But Wagstaff, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This lady has been running and catching bodies all day. Again, long, strong run. It removed my train of thought. I'm sorry.
Oh, I mean, Lance, we thought maybe she would be slowed down a little bit by that injury she sustained here in the first couple of minutes of the second half, but she has looked even more powerful. A couple of big runs, couple of big tackles. An outstanding effort for Wagstaff, but right now the Bonnies still playing this slow ball. Will try to march their way down the field. Marconi still a force on the defensive end for the goals. And it looks like an exact replica of the few phases we saw about a minute ago. Endicott really working hard on the defensive end.
Good, thank you.
Possible offsides there.
No, didn't survive the clean out.
Endicott may be getting a little too aggressive. Got to be a little careful there, but they've got the Bonnies pinned inside their own half. Pop gets driven back. That'll slow things down. Beers to Wagstaff. I don't think, Lance, they haven't been able to stop her with the first tackle yet. She just continues to drive forward for extra meters.
Why not?
There's
She's
Ramsey.
bringing the violence that St. Bonnie needs. Absolutely.
17 blue. No advantage.
So there, finally, we've got the call. Penalty there. Endicott creeping up on that offsides line multiple times. Now the Bonnies from the center of the pitch.
Whenever you're
If you're the Bonnies, do you play slower here? Do you play more to your style? Well, I guess not. Here we go.
Well, you take these opportunities to get the ball in number 12's hands anytime you can, but Tess Merrill comes in, blows things up. Believe it'll be a penalty there. In from the side's going to be the call. A quick tap taken here by Nintars. Over the midfield stripe go the Bonnies. Another little pick and go. Ashley Reed sends one to deck. pick and goes, but a little bit more of an open feel to it there in a couple phases. But now, would likely look to slow this down. Almost forward. Play on, says the
We have no
referee.
advantage gained. Time is off for the head. Guys, you were not back 10. We're going to march back 10. So let's get her checked out. 11 blue.
Tar is a little bit
blue,
slow
sub.
to come up. Take a second look at the try from earlier.
And wait.
Tess Merrill got on the board there with her 25th try of the season. And then Ramsey, with the big response, dives in off the counter ruck, sustained pressure, and lands. So those 5 minutes right there were some of the most exciting we've seen. Back and forth stuff. It's really been a tale of, what, 35 minutes of possession that the Bonnies had in the first half. But Endicott really starting to bring the power now. Ramsey's going to kick this one out into touch for a line out just outside the 22-meter line.
Seems like Endicott are finding their stride. They have to convert their opportunities from here on to the end of the game.
I'm on the mark, so I need to get
Seems
on
though
this side.
St. Bonnie is just going to play as pressurized pressurized defense as possible and a physical offense. So you got to make the most of this to make sure you have enough juice throughout until the end of the game.
Okay. That's cool. That's cool.
We saw the quick couple of tries and how fast Endicott can pack points up on the board. This time, again,
Captain.
just not straight there from the
Scrum
Bonnies.
on the 15. Not straight. Scrum elected.
So scrum down to Endicott College. Lance, we're 15 minutes into this second half, but really haven't seen the Bonnies slow down too much in the possession department. They've continued to retain possession, but maybe not quite as much pop as we saw in the first half.
Maybe not. I mean, their style really doesn't allow them to play that way an entire game. I mean, as much as you're bringing the physicality to the other team, there's still a bit of wearing yourself out. There's a bit of, do you have enough gas in the tank, especially when you're against a team who can run like Endicott. It's not as if they're keeping possession themselves. Let's see what happens to the end of this half.
So Endicott now in the hands of Staunches.
No, that's fine.
Over the 22-meter line they go. Struggle for the ball now, the 2-10s in a wrestling match. Must release there, and the Bonnies are able to secure possession. It's like the third or fourth time we've seen them turn over the ball with Endicott inside their own half.
Yeah, both teams are pouring different tactics in the ruck that they didn't do in the first half, and it's actually working for both sides.
There's another charging run from Wagstaff.
Release that blue. Thank you.
We'll have another pick and go. It's Vincent going to take this one forward. Pushing her way through for an extra few meters. This is exactly what the Bonnies want. Let that time tick off the clock. Keep ball in hand and march their way down the pitch to victory. Up by 7 here. 16 minutes gone by in the second half. Another pick and go from the try scorer, Mia Pop. Marconi with a nice tackle. Now there's some space open on the right-hand side. A little bit of a delay there getting the ball into the hands of Ramsey. Might have been able to swing that one out to the far side of the pitch if they'd done it a little quicker. But they're able to retain possession, and that is the key to the match here for the Bonnies. Straight up the gut. Substitution, Alexis Switzer into the match. So as you mentioned, Lance, they're starting to bring in a couple of substitutions in that forward pack. Keep some fresh legs in there. Run there from Reeves. And now they'll come around the side. Nice slow ball and continue to have good support. There's Ramsey. She's just looking for that quick little opportunity, a small little gap to get through, and the Endicott goals have taken it away. Just outside the 5-meter line. Able to get their hands on it now. Machuga sends it back, but they're flat-footed inside their own end zone. 6 meters out now. Machuga again. This pass a little bit off the mark. They're going to have to scoop it up and try to come around the corner, but strong defense. He's going to take Aylwin down. Fights through one. Couldn't get through the second. Big counter ruck almost brings things out there for Rhea. But in the end, it's the goals. fighting for every inch here. They've got 95 meters to march down the pitch, down by 7. Chuga again, now they'll try the left-hand side, into the hands of Tess Merrill. Merrill will swing it all the way to the far side, over the full back, Tymason. Tymason gets drug into touch, and a turnover ball back to the Bonnies.
Wow, this St. Bonaventure defense, when they have an opportunity to pressurize and keep them on their own end, they definitely do it. Just Hale making the call, and he sees the toesies on the line. Flag goes up. That is very, very easy to see, hard to miss. And St. Bonaventure, bend but don't break yet again defensively.
That's fine.
Number 11, it's Gally Cologne, the sophomore out of Fort Bragg.
7 went high.
With the big time shot there, and now it's the Bonnies. They'll come around the side. Advantage was being played, now over. Ramsey still with it. 10 meters out. And the Bonnies right where they want to be. They get into the hands of Reed, and Reed will slow things down. Forward pack there, Mia Pop.
If they're going to get it on this, they had it in open space.
Now it's Beers over to Wagstaff. Wagstaff sets one to the deck. The other right there, Machuga just holding on for dear life. Good job getting into the action there from the scrum half. Now the Bonnies will spin it out to the right-hand side. Through they go. Nentars gets the try. Just when it looks like they're going to keep pounding it right up the middle, it's Nentars around the side for the second try of the second half for the Bonnies.
St. Bonaventure took the time to establish a middle dominance, took a time to show that they'll attack you, pick and go as much as they need to. But right when the time was right, they bring the ball out wide. And the playmakers have been doing big work for them all day, does it again. Dummy, cut inside and going against Endicott's best player, drives completely over her and gets 5 points to extend the lead. What a move right there. Wow, that is phenomenal play and a slam dunk try on your head. And you can see how hyped she is. She knows how much it means, and she's ready and roaring to go.
What action there from Nentars as she went right in to one of the best players in the country, Tess Merrill, 5'8", but Merrill had nothing for her. She got run over, and the Bonnies are able to come away with another try. They send Nentars with those line breaks throughout the match. She loves to run straight up and north and south, and she's able to come around the corner and get it in one more time.
I mean, a step off that right foot right there, right into the power going into the goal line. That is something you see on every level of rugby. That right there is high-level play. The dummy knowing what the numbers were, and then being confrontational at the try line. She wanted it, and as we can see, she wanted it more. Her expression says it. I guess she was just trying to pay the ball back after it bounced off her back on that missed kick, because she slammed it down, roared, let the world know that it was her time. And Endicott have an even bigger mountain to climb to get back into this one.
Off the kick here, did not go 10, so it'll be an option here for the Bonnies.
Scrum elected, not 10.
Or a scrum center. We'll have a scrum at the center of the pitch. And again, winner of this match punches their ticket to the Small College National Championship. SUNY Cortland and Wisconsin Platteville. That match is coming up next. See who else will be joining the victor of this match.
Just roll it out.
We're 22 minutes into the second half of action.
Thank you.
Endicott College lands the defending national champions in a bad way here, down by 12 with 18 minutes left to play. What do you think the goals have to do to be able to get back in this match?
First of all, they have to play as perfect of a game from here on out as they can. They've shown they're explosive to get the ball down the field. They've shown that their defense can get stops. But the mistakes that they've been making whenever they force a mistake from St. Bonaventure has been killing them. And even right now, their defense is swarming, but they need the ball back as soon as possible.
More dummies there from Ashley Reed, the fly half. She was able to suck the defense in on that last try before spinning it out to Nentars. And now it's Ramsey doing her thing. Straight up the gut, drags defenders with her as well. We thought maybe, Lance, that the legs may be a little bit tired here in the second half for the Bonnies. But again, Wagstaff shows just how great they have been. Another tackle, but here it's Endicott goals. They're able to rip it out, secure possession, exactly what they needed. They did it quick. Now it's Merrill here to the near side, but that pass goes off the mark. Went forward, knocked on. Ball back to the Bonnies.
Mistakes. They get the ball back. They did exactly what they needed to get the ball back. Opportunity on the edge. But when it's time for your star players to be star players and step up as they have been all season and maybe their whole career with the team, you need them right now. Ball wasn't as perfect as it should have been. And unfortunately, that knock-on will give St. Bonaventure an opportunity to go back to playing that grind them up style of rugby. Slow ball with a 12-point lead. What better decision is there to make but to keep possession?
Fine.
About a quarter of an hour left to play in this semi-final of the national championship in the small college division. We're able to get this one to the outside, and Nentar's the last try scorer. Gets wrapped up, big tackle from Machuga. Machuga, the scrum half. Ooh, may have taken a knock to the head there.
Like that.
Now we'll rumble through. Here comes Pop. She scored the first try of the match earlier for the Bonnies, got them on the board.
Rob, you got a
Now Wagstaff, again, just comes around the defense, lets them wrap them up, and drags them a good few meters just about every time. We saw her with the knee injury early in the second half, and we're coming back close to the injured player, so we'll slow things down
for the injury
and step aside for just a sec. 15 minutes left to play. Again, thank you so much for joining us here. Next Level Rugby, bringing us some great action here on the Rugby Network. Special thanks to our host here, the Houston SaberCats at the SaberCats Stadium.
So she made that tackle wrapping around, and it seemed like the ball carrier landed on top of her. But boofa! Wow. St. Bonaventure again and again being more physical, and it shows on the scoreboard.
It's Mia Pop again, lowering the shoulder. And if you're just joining us, we'll take a look at some of these tries. It's been a big day here for the Bonnies. Lance, take us through it.
Well played, 9.
Well, right here is just more of the course that St. Bonaventure has been on all game. The pick and goes, the attacking straight forward. Going into the second half, we had Endicott scoring 2 tries. Excuse me, in the first half at the end and to start the second half. But St. Bonaventure employing this counter-rucking attack, defensive structure and finding their way to get the ball back. And again, the Stars will step up when needed. Big, towering run, showing the muscles. What more can you ask for from physical play?
Time's on.
As Nentards, again, strong on ball carry.
Really for me, Lance, the last 15 minutes or so, it's just been little mistake by Endicott. They have not been able to get out of their own half of the pitch. It's been the Bonnies pounding away inside their half.
We're good.
And the Gales have got to come away with a defensive stand here as time continues to tick away. 11 minutes left to play. Some fresh legs on the pitch.
All right, everyone there? All right.
Sarah Corcoran.
Down the middle, not in the second row, okay?
And maybe the conditions has a lot to do with why Endicott can find cohesion for long stretches of time when that pick and go slow ball is working for St. Bonnie. But the Endicott needs to show up right now.
Yeah, no current rain out there right now, but still a decently wet pitch here in Southeast Texas. A little bit of rain the last couple of days, little miss, but Ramsey just continues to push through. This is what the Bonnies do. Ends right at that 10-meter line. They just want to secure possession. About 10 minutes left to play. Mia Pop continues her hard charging runs throughout the day. Oh, Wagstaff fighting through the pain right now with that knee. She sets up.
Ref stepped on her foot.
Around the side now, Rivera. See
What a
that counter ruck.
You're bound in with a man behind you, all right? So that's hands in the ruck.
Penalty awarded. Kaylee Vincent was part of the ruck. Ball came to her feet. She had somebody on her back end. She's decided to scoop it up. Hands in the ruck is the call, and a penalty for Endicott. They take this one a little flat-footed and knock it on. Lance, just too many mistakes. This entire, probably last 15, 20 minutes almost, it's just been a struggle for Endicott to get any sort of possession.
I mean, we can say the entire game in different parts. And right now, their urgency seems to be, they seem to be sluggish. You're down by 2 tries plus, you have to go. There's no need to set up. Once that penalty happens, tap it and get right to the job. And even with the setup, there was a knock on. It's just inappropriate times to get the ball away. Let's see if they can find their perfection that made them champions last year.
The Bonnies are able to secure possession out of the back of the scrum. Ramsey again with the hard charging run. Big tackle there from Layla Bear. And again, the St. Bonaventure squad taking the reins over Meredith Pike. Back in 2022, this squad had 10 players on the team. She has turned things around. They were able to come away with the Upstate New York Women's Rugby Conference Championship this year, and they are one step away from the national championship here in the small college division. 8 minutes away now, the Bonnies continue that pick and drive. Here's Ramsey getting involved. She loves the hard work as well, inching her way forward. Slowing it down now. Lynette Rivera, one of the subs, on for the Bonnies. They got fresh legs there in that forward pack. And now they'll come to the near side. Through the hands, they get it to Jillian Rea. She's able to take the defense a little bit further. Nice, slow pace here for the Bonnies, a 12-point lead. Slow in the contact. Patterson, that's Pop again. Takes it forward. Not too worried about the meters made at this point. Just need that ball in with the black jerseys. Endicott just continuing that pressure, trying to get to that ball. We saw a couple of good counter rucks for him in the second half. You see right there, good positioning from Olivia Reeves. Holds off that counter ruck. And the Bonnies continue to push. Lance, we really just can't say more about the strategy coming into this match with Meredith Pike. We knew they were going to try to come down and hold possession, slow things down with those pods of 3. But boy, has that plan worked perfectly here today, and they've got a 22 to 10-point lead over the defending national champs.
Not only did it work perfect, but now as they employ with this lead that they have, it's the best strategy to do. It works for you. It's been working. Now they're not scoring the 50-plus points that they usually score, but a win is a win, correct?
For sure. Now they've got the Gales. The goal's backing off just a little bit, and they're taking advantage of it. Again, that was Wagstaff. She's probably made a good 50, 60 meters worth of runs, and so has Ramsey. She's got a try to her name already. Able to secure possession. Good, strong counter ruck. But just great effort from the Bonnies to hold strong. I think that was Ashley Reed. We saw her with the counter ruck earlier. She's able to hold strong, but it's finally in the end ripped away by the goals. So now with under 6 minutes left to play, Endicott need to come out and go a good 90 meters all the way through. But Lance, ever since about the first 5 minutes of this match, I don't think Endicott's even gotten out of their own half. They've got a lot of work to do.
Thank you.
They have a whole lot of work to do. But they have the explosive offense in order to do it. They have the players that need to do it. Just got to minimize the mistake. The ball has to be clean in hand, and they have to stay away from that touch line. They do that, I can see them scoring points and making this a thriller at the very end. Clean in hand. There we go. One knock on.
They rip it out again. And for me, really here in the second half, other than that try to start things off,
What do we got?
Tess Merrill has really been stifled. And
Ribs.
I almost attribute that to the
leave it
forward
down,
pack
leave
of
it
the
down. Medic
Bonnies.
is right
Merrill
here.
has had to come in and make tackle after tackle after tackle, and maybe that's slowing down her offensive output. She's got 25 tries on the year. And again, Lance, this Endicott squad is used to putting up 55 points a match. They're only giving up 8 points a match, and they haven't given up a single point through this playoff run. But they have come into a buzzsaw that is the Bonnies, and the Bonnies lead by 12 with 5 minutes left on the clock.
The buzzsaw known as St. Bonnie seem to be cruising their way to a national championship appearance.
1-2, Rob.
Endicott players are dropping, players are getting hurt, players are getting hit. The physicality of St. Bonnie is starting to show. But this Endicott team, as we said earlier, and we'll say again, if they play mistake-free and figure out a way to play the style that they've been known to play, there's a chance they could put points on the board quickly, and also create a chance that we'll have a semifinal game that will be an ESPN classic, so to speak. It'll be one for the ages, because this game competitively has been there. Just got to clean up those mistakes, and if that's doable in the next 5 minutes, we can see a great ending here.
Okay, we're ready to go.
Could see a rematch, a third match of the season between St. Bonaventure and the other team here in the semifinals, SUNY Cortland. They played twice already this year, with both matches going to St. Bonaventure. The last one was a 32-22 victory over Cortland.
Fine.
So we'll see if we get another rematch of those two teams. Right now, 4.5 minutes left to play in the second half. Good take there. They're able to secure possession, get into the hands there of the last try scorer, Nintar. She comes around the corner and smartly just sits right in front of her support, beautifully holds possession. A big counter up just isn't enough. Great work by the Bonnies to keep it going.
Absolutely. This is a great strategy to employ. The pick and go made it really tough, and Endicott is having to put in resources to counter up to get the ball back. The space will be there. Give it a phase or two. They'll have room to go around the edge.
Got to throw every single thing they've got at these counter rucks. And the Bonnies, just every single time, they've got multiple bodies right there on it, and we're going to have a penalty there. Offsides is the call. Got a little bit too aggressive coming around for the poach. Now here comes Ramsey over the 22-meter stripe, and the Bonnies 3.5 minutes away from punching their ticket to the national championship. Start another slow drive here. Mia Pop, she scored the first try of this match. And here comes Wagstaff, the spark plug from the engine room here for the Bonnies.
That's out.
Ball comes out, Vincent with it. Again, they're able to secure possession, but there's the big push. Tess Merrill gets in there.
That's a mess.
That thing just kind of collapses.
Forward, blue scrum.
And it's a turnover ball, so the strong work from Tess Merrill getting involved in there gets the turnover, and Endicott with one final opportunity. They've got to score quick here, Lance. They need to.
They have to. And I mean, you said earlier, St. Bonaventure is so close to punching their ticket to the national championship game. That's all we've seen for St. Bonaventure. Up in the physicality. And there's a chance that they can score right now. I've said it at least 4 or 5 times because they're such an explosive team with good players. But can they get it to their stars, and can their stars perform right now?
A big shove sends Endicott back a little bit, and Merrill gets the pass off of the scrum, fights for more, throws away a couple, but a big defensive slam there. That was Mia Pop laying the blow.
Man, Rob, you're the man.
And now the big run, Marconi. This is what we haven't seen much of. Marconi throughout the season has been a dominant force with the ball in hand. We haven't seen her be able to do as much with it today. But right now, Endicott, under 2 minutes left to play. They need 2 tries. They got to score quick here. Marconi takes on a couple. Good job to secure possession. No, they were not able to do so. Kara Sheasley, the flanker, gets her hands on it, and the psychology major out of Watkins Glen, New York, steals the ball back for the Bonnies. Instead of kicking it out and securing possession, it's going to be Ramsey straight up the gut. What they love to do, power rugby. And the Bonnies, a little over a minute away. Pop with another carry. And a workhorse throughout the match. Endicott again, they've got to come away with a counter ruck or try to rip this ball out of there. 1 minute left. And we did our best to keep the clock. It will keep an eye on our referee for that final whistle, but we are getting close. Another pick and go for Wagstaff.
To tackle now, roll away, Blue.
The health science major. She's been outstanding here throughout. Now to the back line. Then Tars to Ramsey. Ramsey splits a couple, but they eventually are able to take her down after only a couple of meters. They look to slow this up, but they've got to get that ball out of there. Counter rucks coming here from Endicott. Good job retaining possession. Beers takes it just outside the 22-meter line. This is all they're looking to do. Hang on to it and secure their spot in the national championship. Good job, though. Endicott's able to get their hands on the ball. Ashley McElhenney gets to it.
Go quick.
They've got to be able to score before we get into stoppage time. Not a lot left, though. Tess Merrill's going to be fighting for every inch.
You didn't have it clean.
Good scoop out of there. 20 minutes in. Should be the final play of the match here. Endicott. Endicott again working hard, but this defense from the Bonnies, Lance, this second half has been an incredible display of defense. They haven't given up many holes, have the Bonnies, and they have been able to stifle this attack from the goals.
Absolutely. After a defensive stand that they've had this second half and the confrontational play that they've had the first half, time out. First thing they need to do after this game is over is rush to an ice bath, get that recovery. It has to be the top tier because tomorrow they'll be playing for a national championship.
And stay tuned with us right at noon Central Time. It'll be Cortland taking on Wisconsin Platteville, and that winner of that match will take on St. Bonaventure as the Bonnies have punched their ticket into the small college national championship final. It was a great match, Lance. We saw the plan come to fruition from Meredith Pike. We're gonna send it down. Tyler Deutsch has some work there with us down from pitch side. Tyler's still looking for it, but Lance, it has been an incredible match. The Bonnies using that power rugby. They pushed their way in, haven't won the conference since 2014, and now they're into the national final. Tyler Deutsch down on the sidelines. Tyler, what you got for us?
I am here with the small college national championship contenders, St. Bonaventure McKenna. You had high hopes yesterday coming into this game. How does it feel?
You know, just all the hard work that we've been putting into the season is finally paying off, and I'm just so excited that our program is to show everybody that what our program's about, and it's just so good. It's so great.
You told me your favorite part about this season is the fact that you've only been here 1 year, but you guys have been playing like you've been playing your whole lives. How does it feel to be going on to the national championship after that feeling?
It's just so great. Like, I'm so happy that our school brought into this amazing coach, because like so far only a year we're already going to finals for nationals, and I can't wait to see what our program accomplishes after this year. I'm so happy. I'm like, ah!
You were amazing. Your forward pack was amazing. Endicott was amazing, and what a great match. Congratulations. Go celebrate with your team. Back to you guys.
What an incredible semifinal we had here. We will step aside. We've got more semifinal action on the day. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Rugby Network. Special thanks to everybody with Next Level Rugby back in the studios here pitchside with me, Lance Kavanaugh, taking us through all the action. We thank you so much for joining us, and we'll come back with more action here on the Rugby Network from National Collegiate Rugby.